been assigned back to their previous ministries. The only absentee was the former Commissioner for Special Projects, Emeka Woke, who was also the Chief of Staff when the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, served as Governor for 8 years. While addressing the cabinet members during the swearing-in of new appointees, Governor Siminalayi Fubara instructed that the portfolios be reassigned to those that were present at the swearing-in ceremony today, and he warned them not to use their position to destroy his government.
To let it be part of my birthday gift. But please, let me also say this. Coming back and taking back your position is not for you to use it to destroy my government. I'll continue to say it. It's not about me. It's about the things that you can stand and defend. I don't have anything against anybody, but my advice is do those things that tomorrow, when your children hear, they will be proud of their parents. We can only go far when we join hands together for one purpose, a better River State that we all dream of.
Well, Governor Fubara also advised the new appointees not to fight anyone.
That you succeed in battle is not because of your power. It's the grace of God. I'm not appointing you today because I want you to go to your area and start fighting. No. We have surrendered our situation to God. And God is going to solve it in a way that will shock the world. Please, I don't want this position to be a platform for you to start attacking anyone. Do what you know that is right. Support the government in the way that will promote the image of our government. That is what I want from every one of you.
While reacting to this, some residents of Port Harcourt say they are hoping for positive contributions from the commissioners. Others, however, expressed fear that the commissioners might still be influenced by their previous loyalties and may not bring about much change in their ministries.
They should respect the governor and know that they are there to do their job to Rivers people.
They are there as a start too, that they will continue to play the tip of their paymasters. So what do you expect from such kind of people? Nothing, definitely nothing.
And believing that they will work.
We should just forget everything that happened and just bring betterment for this state, for the nation at large. Because anything they do is going to affect us.
Nothing happened to them. They will use it as a lesson. But if I may be governor, I will not bring them back again. He needs to put his eyes on them and watch, believing that they will work.
They are just there for their own pocket. They are just there to enrich themselves. I'm not expecting anything from them.
In the same vein, the spokesperson of the PDP in Rivers State, Sydney Bara, says the appointment of a new chief of staff and other positions demonstrates Governor Fubara's proactive approach and his understanding of the people's concern. Well, he said this on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire today.
It shows the governor that is proactive, knows what he is doing. After the appointment, we equally have seen some of the things he has done right ever since he was sworn in as governor in the area of projects and most especially in the area of human capital development, which was one. And he's showing that he is a governor that feels the pulse of his people and is ready to attend.
Mr. Bara, however, said the defection of the 27 PDP lawmakers to the APC is a big loss to the party.
There is an issue between the legislature and the executive. Unfortunately, we lost those legislators who were our party members. The long and short, the truth of the matter is that they are no longer members of our party. They are now members of another political party. Whichever way, the governance will go on, the legislative activity too. For us, it didn't go down well with us, and we lost such a number of members. I'm happy about it, But then, this is politics. Anything can still happen tomorrow. Things might change. We start to come back. Even when we are not happy, we are not giving up entirely.
In another development, the Rivers State House of Assembly has accused Governor Fubara of engaging in illegality following his recent appointments. The appointments are to head 3 parastatals of government, namely Local Government Service Commission, Bureau of Public Procurement, and New Cities Development Authority. Now, during an unscheduled plenary at the Assembly quarters in Port Harcourt today, the Speaker, Martin Amehuli, said the mode of appointments was provided for in the law, but there's no provision for acting chairman. He also faulted the establishment of the New Cities Development Authority.
The only thing available for the governor to do is to submit his nominees to us for screening and confirmation. This law does not award to the governor any other power to do any other thing other than what it has said. Action of the governor, go ahead, appoint someone and say the person is on acting capacity and ask the person to issue nothing but a violation of our law.
Well, correspondent Soibi Oruwari reports that the House resolved that the clerk should write the governor on the consequences of not following the law before making such appointments. Mr. Mehuli read the resolutions of the House.
Official letter to the governor drawing his attention to the laws of River State, particularly the River State Local Government Law, River State's Public Procurement Law Number 4, 2000. There is no legislation backing the purported new cities development authority that he intends to create. Decides to go ahead, decision puts people in those offices controversial with the law.
In a related development, a constitutional lawyer, Richard Wokocha, says the legislative arm of government can override the executive when assent to a bill is not given by the executive. Professor Wokocha, a lecturer at the Department of Public Law, River State University, tells correspondent Mekotuka that 2/3 majority of a duly constituted house is required for such actions.
Where a chief executive vetoes a bill by not assenting to bill. If the House reconvenes after a month and is able to pass that bill again by 2/3 majority, that bill becomes law and has full effects of law that must be implemented.
Well, Professor Wokocha, however, said the 4 bills assented to law by the Martin Amehule-led lawmakers overriding Governor Fubara lacks validity until the legal status of the lawmakers is clarified.
The validity or legality of their action and the legal implication is dependent on whether or not they are members of the River State House of Assembly. Jurisdiction, which should be the Court of Appeal over the rulings of the River State High Court. If their status is not restored by the Court of Appeal, it will mean that it's an exercise in futility, not.
Still to come, police kill notorious sea pirates, arrest child trafficker in River State. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and now to the rest of the news. The Rivers State Police Command says operatives of the C4I intelligence unit of the command have killed a notorious sea pirate, John Togo. Commissioner of Police Olatunji Disu disclosed this at a media briefing today. He said Togo terrorized boat drivers and passengers along the Boni Andoni, Okrika and Port Harcourt waterways and was involved in armed robbery, arms trafficking and kidnapping. Where CP Disu also explained that John Togo was responsible for the ambush and killing of 4 security personnel on 4th November 2023 in Degema local government area.
When he found that was cornered and outnumbered, Togo and his accomplices engaged in fire shooting at police officers, resulting in Togo's death and the recovery of his body. This successful operation sends a clear message that lawlessness and impunity will not be tolerated. Our condolences goes out to the families and loved ones of victims who suffered in the hand of John Togo. We assure the public that we will continue to work tirelessly to rid Rivers State of criminal elements.
Well, the police also paraded 2 suspects, Daniel Desmond and Uzodimma Eze, arrested for child trafficking along the Iguruta Eneka Road. Well, the CP said Daniel was caught carrying a newborn baby in a nylon bag.
The baby was still covered in blood and was struggling to breathe inside the sack. The placenta was also found along with the baby in the sack. Promptly recognizing the urgency of the situation, the officers promptly provided immediate medical attention to the infant, ensuring that it saves transportation to the police hospital. The medical team skillfully resuscitated the baby, who is now stable in health and receiving necessary medical attention. Following the apprehension of Daniel, and revealed the crucial information about the criminal network involved in this act.
Well, correspondent Emeko Tuka reports that the Commissioner of Police said that operatives of the command also rescued 3 persons kidnapped from their residence at Igurutali in Ikwere local government area on Sunday. The Nigerian Navy ship Pathfinder in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, has arrested 11 suspected oil thieves in Krakrama Creeks in Asaritoro local government area of the state. The commander, NNS Pathfinder, Commodore Desmond Dibo, while parading the suspects in Port Harcourt today, said they were arrested in a wooden boat filled with equipment used in the construction of an illegal refining site. Elsewhere, operatives of the Federal Capital Territory Police Command have rescued 5 kidnapped victims from 2 different gangs of kidnappers in Abuja. And on the foreign scene, South Africa's former president Jacob Zuma has been suspended by the ANC after refusing to vote for them and launching a rival party. Well, the governing African National Congress, ANC, announced its decision today. Well, Mr. Zuma, who used to lead the ANC, launched a new party named Umkhonto Wesizwe, MK, meaning Spear of the Nation. Well, that's the news, but before we go, let's take a look at the highlights. On the news this evening, you heard that 8 out of the 9 renominated commissioners in Rivers State have been assigned to their previous ministries. And the Rivers State Assembly said due process was not followed in the recent appointments by Governor Fubara. On the foreign scene, former South African President Jacob Zuma has launched a new political party. The news was edited by Martha Okerenkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Constance Mega. Thank you so much for listening. Good evening.